All right, good to see Eric. Frank, good to see you. Kurt. All right, good to see you all. Hello, Susie. All right, well, welcome everybody. My name is Fausto from Cyber University, and we are here to teach you and educate you all about how to trade today's markets because there's been a lot of stuff been going on, and I want to show you a couple of videos. I want to have a little fun with you. So we're going to talk about, fellow traders, is how to trade today's volatile markets and how to master the entries and exits and why 90% of traders fail. And hopefully we're not going to make you part of that 90% after today. Okay. So before we do that, just quick little disclaimer, let you know that there's no going to be guarantees this works for everyone. I'm not going to make any promises or anything like that. It does vary student to student at Cyber Trading University. But one thing we can say is please be very smart when you make your trades because you can lose almost everything in the market. Now, what I like to do is go into the markets itself. And I want to kind of show you what's going on as in trading goes. Now, here's my execution system right here. And this is one of several of them out there. Now, right here, I'm going to show you this too. Okay. So what you see right here, fellow traders, this is actually our professional trading room. Now, I'm going to invite every one of you to come into this trading room. Now, you'll notice here, actually, let me get my little crayon so you guys can follow along. That would help, right? All right. So this over here. All right. And here's my little red little dot. How big it's my little dot, right? So you can follow along. So right here, all our instructors on the left, and these are all the traders right now on the left-hand side. I'm just scrolling down. Leland, you can see Leroy, Leela, Mark, Milraid, all these traders. And right here, you'll see we have an alert service, and here's the chat. Now, we do a live audio broadcast. We're live from 9 a.m. to 10:30. So right now, there's no audio commentary. And then from 2:30 to 4 o'clock. And like I said, this is one of the original day trading rooms. I started about 30 years ago. And everyone here is going to be invited to it when we're done today. Now, just to go over a couple of stocks that we've traded. Now, what we do at fellow traders is what you're going to learn is we like to go through the big percentage gainers and losers and try to find stocks that are moving, what makes them go up, what makes them go down. This was one little inexpensive stock that we had this morning, FRGT. You could see it right here. And it was a nice stock. I'll show you right here. Here's the alert. I'll just show you right here. See, at 1050, you can see we were trading the stock. It got halted. It was right here on the big watch list this morning. One of several stocks right here. You can see it right there. By the way, is everyone here subscribed to our YouTube channel or any of our social network channels? Because if you have it, we're going to give you the link. Good. There you are. Thank you. So if everyone could just click on that, you could actually register. I'm going to show you a couple of videos, and I'm going to show you how you can get these alerts that we do. Because the big thing is everyone always asks, how do you find these stocks? Like, how did you know it was going to go up? Well, I want to bring one very popular stock that everybody is talking about, NVIDIA. All right. So I want to go to my channel here at Cyber Trading University. Here, I'm going to go to my YouTube channel right here. Now we have we put out videos every day, and you could see that right here, down there at the bottom. We actually did a live event with TradeStation. I don't know if anyone here has an account with TradeStation, but we have, we do events and podcasts with everyone. But what I want to show you is this NVIDIA trade right here. Okay, so you're going to listen to it and watch what happens. Actually, I'm going to do two of them. How about that? We'll make it even more fun because this one was a really popular one. NVIDIA makes big news on an earnings announcement. Watch this, and then we'll go to the next one. Listen carefully. And he made a big announcement. Let's go see what happened. Earnings came out, news broke out, and then all of a sudden it started to break over $1,000. Big green bulls means that there was a ton of buying going on. And it just took this big seller and that big seller, and that big seller was $1,000. But there was more than just the earnings that made that stock run. NVIDIA made a big announcement on a big stock split, 10 for 1. So is that going to continue to run till tomorrow morning? We're just going to have to check. So that was one. So that was one a very popular video that did really well. I don't know if everyone saw it, but let me show you the one I did yesterday. Okay, so this was a NVIDIA again. $100. Let's go find out why. Video started at 9:30, and then finally was hovering here all day. See here at 9:30, there was this big red line that showed up where pre-market trading started, and that order was $1,200. So how did it break 1,200? You might ask. This big green ball means that somebody bought all those shares at 1200. Once the stock broke 1200, boom, we're already at 1207. NVIDIA has a 10-for-1 split that's coming up. So how much is going to drive up the stock? There's no way to find out. You have to follow those orders. So what I want to show you right here, fellow traders, let's look at NVIDIA. This was yesterday, okay? So when I posted that video, it was right around here. That was the actual time. Let me draw that so you guys can see a little bit better. So that was right around here, right there. That was 1200 right there, okay? So that video went live right around that time right there. And you could see at around 4 o'clock, it went all the way up to a price of 1230. Now, I'm going to ask everybody a question. And listen, you want to have fun? Answer them. If you don't, that means not paying attention, okay? But why did that stock go up? Why did it go from 1200 to 1230? Could anybody, let's see how some of you answer this question. Susie, you're correct. Okay. Barry, you're correct. Rick, you're correct. Mike, you're wrong. Louis, you're right. Matt, you're right. So let me explain to you why we're here. We are here to find stocks like NVIDIA, stocks like, GameStop, all those, and there's so many of them out there, but what's driving them up? Buyers and sellers. That's all you need to understand. So now what you're about to learn, fellow traders, is going to be quite disturbing, because you're going to be like, well, how do you know where the buyers are? Well, I'm going to teach you how to read the future, where everyone out there that you've been taught is how to read the past. And you know what the past is? Where was support in the past? Where was resistance in the past? What's that indicator telling you? Well, it's time to stop worrying about it, because obviously that's not working for you. What is going to work for you is see where the future orders are. And how do I know that? Well, that's what I'm going to explain to you. So let me just clear this out, and let me just do a quick little intro and tell you a little bit about what we're about to learn and why you better listen what I'm about to tell you if you want to make it a career into trading. It's all about following big orders, be able to understanding the strategy of how does day trades fall into swing trades? How do these chart patterns fall into the big buyers and sellers out there? All those good things. Now, my question to everyone here is, before I go into those details, I want to get to know a little bit about you. So tell me a little bit about your strategy. So how long have you guys been trading for? So I want to do a poll question. I got a poll up there. Let's see how long you guys have been trading for. Let me know. Are you new? 1 to 5 years? Let's see what I'm just curious. Frank, you can't see people's responses. We actually take that away in our classes, in our free webinars, but I could actually, I will share you the poll. I will share the polls, Frank. Okay. And we do have instructors here. And if they do have anything, we want to share, we'll put it out there. All right. So let me end the poll. Let me share the results. So we see we got a lot of people here that are brand new, 5 years, 10 years. Now, I've been doing this for 30 years. Okay. I am one of the original day traders that started back in the early 90s. So I'm going to tell you what has changed, where we were there, and where we are today. All right. Let me do another poll question. Have any of you ever been let me X out of this and put a new poll. Have any of you been trained by a professional trader? So let me do a poll on that one. Give me a yes or no. And what I mean by professional, I mean that you paid money to see someone, like someone taught you. Not that a friend of mine, show me how to trade. I'm talking about some of you here that actually went out there and learned from somebody. And it can be more than one. Now, listen, nobody's going to rat you out. Nobody's going to make fun of you, whatever it is. Listen, you got to be honest with yourself. That's why we're here. All right. So it looks like we got, okay, we have a lot of yeses and a few no's. About 59% of you said yes, and we got about 41% say no. Okay. Louis, I know there's a lot of scammers out there, and you know what? This is what I tell everyone. There's scammers in every business. I went to go buy a car the other day, and and I just tell the guy, listen, I know you're going to screw me, but don't screw me too much. I mean, because that's what they do. You just got to know how. And to answer that question for you, Louis, you know how you know from a scammer and a non-scammer? First of all, Find out what brokerage firms endorse them. If no brokerage firms endorse them, you probably don't want to do business with them because they have a very big compliance department because they're responsible for whoever teaches their clients. Number two, check out their Google reviews. Number three, if anyone's going out there and showing you, hey, look how much money I got, my fancy cars, you don't want to trade with people like that. You know how you learn? You learn from people that teach you how to stop losing money, not making it. So hopefully that's sunk in. Well, let's move on. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I've been doing this for over 30 years. I met some of the biggest people in the industry. You could see from here. And, I've competed against every school in the industry, and I beat every single one of them at the Money Show. I'm actually going to be back in Toronto. I retired doing the competition for a while, but they dragged me back in. So I'm looking forward to that in September. We'll have that broadcasted live too. And the reason why I do that is because a lot of these people think they're traders, but they're really not. Okay. And that's the main reason why I do that. Now, I've been featured on some of the biggest stations and also at the exchanges because these companies want you to understand how to play the market. That's why they come to people like me. Now, how I got started, I was one of the original day traders. Now, day traders, you lose all your money. Let me explain something to you. I do a lot of swing trading. I do a lot of long-term trading. I do a lot of money management for my family and stuff like that. But you can't be a good investor if you can't understand what's happening over the course of the day. Now, there was a big article written up about us, a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. I'm actually one of the original people that started that whole industry. So if it any consolation, look at me as being the great grandfather or, that started this industry in the beginning. And let me tell you what had happened in the past till today. The only difference is costs came down and you don't got to be licensed and work here in New York anymore. All right. Now, my parents taught me a long time ago. I'm a first generation Italian. Parents came here and taught me, says, Fausto, if you want to learn something, you want to be very wealthy, you got to learn from people that are very good at it. Okay. I don't care what the cost is. I don't care if you got to work for free, but you don't want to work for somebody just because you're getting, a good deal or whatever, because it's a waste of your time. All right. You don't want to work for somebody just because, he's willing to hire you. You want to hire someone and that are not hiring and they're the best in the industry. And you know what? That's how you become very successful in life. And a lot of you here, you've probably known that having jobs in your whole life, like, oh, I wish I never worked for that guy. But you know what? Sometimes it takes you to work for someone to realize where to go. But I love what I do and I love passing the knowledge, and that's why we're here. So enough about me. Okay, this is not about me. It's not an ego thing about telling you how great I am and put all the feathers in my cap. This is about you because I'm here to teach all of you why most of you are trading backwards. And the reason why you're trading backwards is because you're not following the big money. That's the only reason why that you all are getting in trouble in trading. So another thing is you're probably trading the wrong stocks. You're seeing things like, the NVIDIA, the Apples, the Fabulous Sevens. There are so many stocks out there that are trading, okay, that will give you less risk with more reward. So like a stock like Summit, this stock in one day in the last 30 minutes ran from $7.50 to $12.50. You didn't have to risk $1,200. You could have risked $12, okay? There were stocks like MLGO just the other day. Ran from $5 to $14 in a half a day. So there are so many stocks out there that you could trade that you can make so much more with less risk, with more reward. Now, with these stocks that have very big moves, you're probably wondering, this is the after effect or whatever. Listen, everything that we do here, we practice what we preach. Now, remember, for some of you that are logging in late that are in here, remember what I told you. I'm going to invite all of you to watch and see us do this live in the market, which a lot of people don't do, okay? So, first of all, let me just tell you where we find the stocks, okay? This is not because everyone's asking, how'd you find MLGO? How'd you find Summit? How'd you find SLEU? It's very easy, okay? We just work off our big percentage gainers and losers. And you know how many of you neglect to use this? Every brokerage firm offers it. Every platform offers it. It's all you got to, but the thing is here is there's a lot of things that are moving. What you need to know is which one is going to give me the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward. Why would I trade IMNM and, not trade QS? Or why should I trade one stock versus the other? Well, we're going to teach you 3 things at Cybertrade University. And the 3 most important things that I was taught as a market maker is tradable, trend, and trap. Those 3 things are what teach you how to become very successful in trading. And the first T, what that means is, okay, we have a stock that's moving today. Well, what's the risk? What is the spread? What is it going to cost me to buy it? Can I even get it? How many shares are out there? What's the volatility on it? What's the trend of it? These are things that we're going to cover. So finding them is really not that hard. And when you come in our trading room in the morning, we'll eliminate all the top 50 stocks that are the most active stocks in the market, and we'll nail it to probably 3. Okay. And that's our gift to you. And then you'll see why, wow, that was a great stock, Fausto. How'd you guys find that? Don't worry about that. We got that taken care of, and you'll see that tomorrow. Okay. But the big thing we got to focus on is when to trade and when not to trade. Now, I know some of you here, I'm just curious, maybe you could put in a chat, I'm sitting here chatting away, but are all of you people here looking to do this full-time, part-time, once a week? What are you looking to do? Just out of curiosity. Just wanted to kind of see it. Louis, you want to do it once a week? Okay. Kurt, you want to do it full-time? Frank wants to do it full-time? Okay, part-time. How many of you here are retired or looking to retire? How about that? Who's here looking to retire? Give me raise your hand. Just give me yes, no. All right. So let me just kind of explain something to you. Trading is not a full-time job. All right. In our trading room, we have people all around the world. And some people, listen, if you're in Europe, you're like 6-7 hours ahead. Maybe you only trade the morning, maybe some people want to trade the afternoon, maybe they're West Coast, wherever it is. But trading, is not a full-time job. And being retired, just to let you know, like for some of you here, do you want to really do this all day? I mean, this is not really, go enjoy life. You worked your whole damn life. Okay. So the thing is, what you do want to do is just want to kind of just make your days pay. That's basically it. So just think of it that there are good times to trade and bad times to trade. I actually even designed a mouse pad to kind of show you how to do that. All right. So anyway, with that said, there's also good days and bad days. You don't got the, some days are better than others, like midweek, where the weekends, going into a weekend, you're not going to get a lot of earnings announcements and not a lot of economic calendars. So there's always better days than others. Not that you can't trade those days. It's just like sometimes you want something that gives you less risk, with a lot of action, because sometimes there might not be nothing going on. I mean, here in New York, where I'm from, tomorrow's Friday, right? What are we known for? In the summertime, I don't know if anybody follows the Hamptons, the richest people in the world go there, in the West, so people have $100 million homes. If they're all these financial institutions think they want to be here and they want to skip out Thursday and, they spent all this money in this house and only have like 3 months. They want to use it. So they're not going to, listen, if Wall Street's on vacation, you're on vacation. That's the way it comes down to it. By the way, that's the image of the clock. If you guys want to purchase it, we could, like I said, we made a mouse pad, a clock. You could always get on our website. All right. But the thing is, finding them, like I said, is easy. The most important thing is, okay, how do they go up and how do they go down? Now, what I need from you is to listen very carefully, because this is where I'm going to start getting into the meat and potatoes of trading. Okay. And what you're about to see here is going to be like, wow, I didn't know this even existed. And this makes so much sense. So I want to start off talking about level 2. So who here has level 2 quotes? Who here has level 2? Now, I'm going to just draw a couple of, it's going to kind of explain to you what we got here. So for some of you don't know what it is, let me explain to you what is. Every brokerage firm offers this, by the way. So these are your buyers. These are your sellers. You got 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. First column is a 4-letter abbreviation of the brokerage firm or an exchange. You got the NASDAQ, you got the New York Stock Exchange, the Chicago Exchange, You got the price that the stock is trading at that exchange. You have the amount of shares that look going to be bought at that exchange. So, you get a lot of real-time data, and and you get to see what it's like at the actual nanosecond what the stock is trading at the market. The problem with this is it's been outdated since the 90s. Okay. That's over 30 years ago, right? Why is it outdated? Because it doesn't show you every order that's out there. Okay. And that's why some of you probably don't really pay attention to it. It's just not, it doesn't really kind of help you at all. So what I want to do is I want to show you this. Let me move this over here, and there we go. All right. So now we're going to talk about something called level 2 and level 3. All right. So let me go back and let me just X this out. Okay. I'm going to do a poll right here. Does any of you here have level 3 quotes? Let's do that. So I want to see how everyone answers this question. Now, if you're a student of Cybertrain University, please don't answer this question. Okay. So basically, let's do that. All right. So as all of you are answering, this is where you're going to realize and be like, oh my God, this actually even exists. I thought it exists. I heard about it. I thought it was a unicorn, but obviously the unicorns are real. It's the same thing when it comes to trading. Okay. So let me change the slide here and let me show you what level 3 is. And let me just share. So it looks like if you said you're not sure, I'll just take that as a no. That's a trick question. So it kind of adds to it. So usually the number is right around 80%. So 80% of you don't have it. Now, listen what you're about to see, because this is going to change your perspective of why you've been trading blind since the last trade that you've made. Okay. Now, this is the NASDAQ exchange. Back when I started, you had to be licensed to get this data. Now it's public. Okay. If you ever look at the New York Stock Exchange, you ever see on TV, CNBC, they got their studio down there, New York Stock Exchange. There's nobody there because everything's electronic. They got rid of them all. There's no more floor traders. Okay. Everything is done electronic. So let me show you what we got going on here. You're looking at every single buyer and every single seller at every single price in the entire world. I mean, think about that for a second. Every single order out there, that's like unheard of. Like you could see that. Yes. Now, the issue with this is people look at it and be like, well, I see the buyers on the left. I see the sellers on the right. There's a lot of buyers and there's a lot of sellers. How do we know what to watch? How do we know who's really buying it? How do we know who's really selling it? Well, I know that's confusing, but this is the easy part. The way we do things is this. We look at the shares and we want to see which price has the biggest buyers and the biggest sellers at that price. And if you work your way down, you could see there's 168,000 share seller, and there are 17 orders around the entire world that make up that seller at 182. Now, there are sellers at every price level, 300, 100. Out of every price, that is a big seller. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really see too many buyers. I see a lot more on the sell side. So in theory, what do you think is going to happen to the stock? Is it going to go up when it gets to 182, or is it going to go down when it hits 182? That is the $64,000 question. And that's why we're here. So let me put this in a more of a perspective on a chart. We're looking at a stock like Coinbase. Okay. Stock started right around 240. And over the course of the day, it came all the way down to a price right around 231. Hit 231, went back up to 236. Came back to 231, went back to 236. Came back to 231, and then went all the way back to 240. Why did it not want to go past 231? Why not 230? Like, what the hell 231? What the hell's 231? Right? Well, if you look right here at 231 in the buyer side column, there was a 156,000 share buyer, and there are 45 orders around the entire world that make that order. Now, you think about it. There are buyers at every single price level. 156,000. Do you have any idea how much money that is? Let's figure that out. So, my crayons. Where's my crayons? All right. So we got, what is that? 156,000 times $231 equals $36 million is looking to be bought at that price. Now, 36 million. I don't know about you, but there's also a buy here at 6,000. 6,000 times 232 is about $1 million. What now? That's still a lot of money, more than what you're probably trading. You probably never put $1 million into an idea, but I don't know about you. Is the big buyer at 156,000 more predominant, or the one that's looking to buy 6,000? You know what I'm saying? This is what drives stocks to go up and down: buyers and sellers. Now, let's look at a couple of more examples here. We're looking at a support level. Let's look at a resistance level. Now, this is what the key is. Everybody's looking for support and resistance levels. But if you are, you're on the wrong side. Because what makes a support and resistance are buyers and sellers. You see, you can't have a resistance levels unless the seller's out there. And you can't have a support level unless the buyers are out there. Follow what I'm saying? So everyone's always looking for, oh, where's support in the past? Where's resistance in the past? Who cares about what happened in the past? What about the future? People change their minds. I mean, people renege all the time. So as much as like Z, you said, what about the robots? Yeah, a lot of it is program trading. A lot of it is algorithms, high frequency trades. This is what I used to do for a living. And by knowing that, like the stock ASTS, and if you had the stock at $6 and then you're like, oh, is it too late to sell? Is it too late to sell? Is it too late to sell it? Well, you know what? It's going to be too late to sell it. And you know where you can maximize the profit on your trade? When the sellers show up. And when you see a 213,000 share seller at a price of 840, where every other price going up, where you had a 100 share seller here, 300, 500, 1,000, 600. Oops, 213,000. I don't think I need to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out. Okay. And why did it go down? Not because it was previous resistance, it's because of present seller. Now let's go over a couple of examples to kind of show you a little better of how it works. Okay. So here we have a stock called Riot. Okay. Stock's going down. You could see it start from 990. News came out. Stock's at 830, right? So I'm going to ask all of you guys a question, and let's going to have some fun. We're going to have some interaction here, okay? Because you want to learn, you got to talk. If you don't talk, I can't teach you, okay? Actually, I wouldn't. I'm wasting your time, okay? So for the stock to go down, what do we need it to go back up? Because sometimes you own a stock and you're losing. Like, do I sell it now? Like, I can't afford to take this loss. What do we need for it to stock to do? What do we need? What do we need for the stock to go up? Matt, you're right. Sergio, Susie, Margaret. Look at you guys. All you guys are great. Look at buyers, right? Now, let's look at the chart. Where's the buyers on the chart? You see any buyers on the chart? Huh? You see a buyer? I don't see anybody. It's a wasted nothing. So let's go check out the exchange. Let's go to the NASDAQ exchange. So I'm going to load up the NASDAQ exchange and I'm going to look for buyers. Now, what I'm looking for is a big buyer. There's buyers at every single price: $904, $903, $9, $8. So when I work my way down, where do you see the biggest buyer? Where do you see the biggest buyer? Anyone see it? Yeah, right here, 880 for 200,000 shares. 200,000. Okay. Now, listen, 30,000 something decent, but 30,000? Come on, fellow traders. It's like almost like common sense. So why jump in and hit the button and hit the exit at 907? Or maybe, you know what? We could always buy it 20 cents cheaper. That's what trading's about. And look what happened with Riot. Hit that price at 80 and went right back up. And you know what? If you were patient enough and you waited, look what happened at 10 o'clock. I went from 880 up to 950. Okay, now let's see another good opportunity of a buy. Okay, so CRWD going up, right? Good earnings announcements, good everything. So why did it go to 340 and came back down? Why did it pop and now back off? What do you think? Why did it go down, everyone? Sellers, right? Man, you guys are catching on pretty quickly. All right, look at that. We've only been talking for about maybe what 20 minutes. Look how much all of you, Frank, Matt, Eric, Z, you guys are getting it right away. It's like almost like common sense, right? So how do we find the support? Got to find those we got to find those buyers out there. So stocks going down, buyers are going to support it. What do we got going on right here? I mean, it's not a 200,000 share buyers and sell like we saw before, but when everyone's showing 600, 300, 400, 70,000 is right there at 317. So think about it. That's I don't know about you, but without looking at a chart, just in theory, we think it's going to happen when we get up to 317. What do you think is going to happen? Is the stock going to go up or go down? It's going to bounce. It's going to bounce, right? So it hit that support, came straight down, and we're right up to 340. Why? Because of the buyers. You see, it's all about following the money. Now, let me ask everybody a dumb question. Did you need a Mr. Fibonacci to tell you that? Yes or no? Did you need a 200 moving average to tell you that? Hell no. I like that one. Really? You need a Bollinger Band to tell you that? Okay. See, when it comes to you doing stuff like that, you got to sit there, you're going to analyze it. You're like, I got to wait for this one to cross with that one. And then there's like, you got to, depending on the angle and the degree. I listen, I hear this all the time. Like one of you said, oh, there's a lot of scammers out there. Listen, some people are very good speakers and they just know how to articulate exactly how the thing works. But at the end of the day, how does that help you? He might be great at it and he probably does very well with it. But isn't it just easier to follow the orders? Because that's what I would tell the person. Like I had this argument. I was on a panel and an analyst was sitting there figuring out. And you know what I told him? Wouldn't it just be easy to see where the big order is? And you know what his argument was? He's like, what do you mean? What I mean is, wouldn't it be easier to follow the orders? So he goes, how do you see that? I said, I just go right to the exchange. I subscribe to the NASDAQ market and I just, there's the order and that's where it is, and, it's just for us, they sound great, but for us, we're not running a $1 billion company. You know what I mean? We're just trying to make a couple of $100. That's all it is. How about resistance? AMD, morning uptrend, right? Where should we sell it? Well, it's all about following orders. And over here, you could see here that there was a 229,000 share seller at 167. What happened when it hit 167? You say after from 9:30 to 10:30 and had this beautiful $5 run, came right back down to 164. Now, I don't want to be sour grapes and pour lemon, on your wound, but how many times have you bought a stock and as soon as you bought it, the damn thing goes down? Or how about as soon as you sell it, it goes up? And you're like wondering, you're like, you know what? I can't do this. It's like these people are watching me. They got all these, they got these algorithms. They know what I'm doing. Now, you know what the problem is, Frank? It happens too often. They're not watching you. You're not watching them. That's all it is. I mean, I don't want to put anybody down, but, we are the ants on the floor. We're just trying to get the crumbs. These people are moving 200,000 to 100,000 shares, 50 million, 100 million shares. Actually, I want to show you something really cool. Okay. I want to show you something really cool. I did a really good video the other day. Okay. I want to bring this up. You're going to like this one. Let me go to my channel and let me go to my shorts again. I just posted this one up recently. Apple. Okay. I want you to watch this Apple video that I'm going to show you right now. Watch this Apple video. Okay. Why am I not playing? There we go. Your order out there. Let's go check out what he's doing. Apple opened up at 9:30, shot up, hit a number of 195, but kept going back down. Big order got filled right here. But you notice all these algorithms kicked in right at 9:30. But why 200? Over 1 million shares looking to be sold at $200. I would explain why it's having a tough time breaking this $200 price range. And that's why you need to follow where the orders are. So basically, let me go to the execution system and show you what we got going on here. Let me bring up Apple. Okay. So look at Apple. All right. What's going on with Apple? All right. 200 is up here. We're at 197. You notice how it's like it's getting close to it. It's not breaking it. And if you look right here on the long-term chart, if I show you here, here's 200. Right there. Right. Now, look what happened here in July. What happened when it hit that price? It came back down. Right. What happened? Then it decided to go back up. Back in December. What happened when it got 200? It came back down. Came back close to 200. What happened? It came back down. What is the stock doing right now? You think it's going to break 200, everyone? What do you think? If you saw a 1 million share seller out there right now, 1 million shares, would you want to own this stock when it gets to 200? Yes or no? Serge says no. Eric says no. Okay. Well, little problem here. Okay. I'll tell you what the problem is. When you go and look at the moving average and you look at the RSI and you look at the Bollinger Band, which everyone loves, right? Everyone loves the MACD. Got to get the MACD, right? Am I missing anything? First of all, I don't even know how you read this thing, right? I know how to read it. But looking at it, oh, this thing looks like it's ready to take off. This is a screaming buy. Would you rather look at this? Or would you rather look what I just showed you before and just see it? Just tell me where the guys are selling it. I don't care about figuring this out. That is trading, right? It looks better just following the orders, right, Sergio? Right? Just look at the orders. I don't need to look at all this. I don't know what the hell it is. You know what I mean? And I didn't even post all of them up there. So that's what trading is all about. Well, that's a good question. So Sergio has a good question. He says, question is, will some big orders, sellers lift huge orders? Well, listen, if they're all in cahoots with each other, I don't know. Could that really happen? Of course it could. Okay. It happens. Absolutely can happen. Right. But how would you know that? I know that. My students know that. But you don't know that. You know why you don't know that? Because you would see them cancel those orders. You would see those orders get executed. And I'll tell you how. Do you use something called time and sales? This window right here. See this window right here, fellow traders? These are every single transaction that's taking place. And I know why a lot of you don't use it, because you're like, oh, it's moving too fast. I don't know what I'm looking at. Yeah, because no one ever. The thing is, let me ask you this, Sergio. Did anyone ever help you set up your platform? Did anyone ever help you set up and give you the right defaults? Okay. Did anybody here? Getting a lot of people saying no. That's what we do at Cybertrade University. Has anyone here ever coached you, picked up the phone and called you over the phone and says, hey, Helen, time to do our class. Let me review your journals. Let's see why you bought this stock. Oh, no, forget about the win. I don't care. I want to know why you're holding NVIDIA. Why are you holding NVIDIA, and holding it for the split? Why didn't you sell it at $12.50? Let's fix the losers. Forget about the winners, the losers. So, a couple of more examples, okay? Because we're running out of time here. Didn't realize how much time we got. Chewy, morning run. What made it go? What are you looking for? Sellers. 325,000 share seller, right around 22. We're about 50 cents away. Guess what? Stock didn't go anywhere. Once it hit there, it hovered and ended up going back down. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on all day. Now, here's the good part. Here's what everybody's been waiting for. Who here wants to get the book viewer? Who here wants it? That's what I want you to do right now. That's my email address, FaustoP@CTU Corp. I want you to email me right now. Go into your Outlook or whatever you use as your email box. Bring up your email and say Fausto P. Okay. And I want you to email me whatever you want to say. Book viewer, please, anything, whatever it is. Just go out there and just email me right now. Okay. And just send it. All right. There's my email. Because what I'm going to do is this. I am not going to send you to the website at NASDAQ. First of all, I don't work for NASDAQ. Just want to be clear. Okay. But I do a lot of presentations for them. They want you to know how to use their software because basically you need to know how to trade the exchange. That's basically what it comes down to it. So right there, right now, I have sample videos that I'm going to give all of you, how to download it, how to find it, how to set the defaults, everything. Now, this is the cool thing about this, right? When I started, this cost me $1,000 a month. Today, it costs $15. $15 to have a seat on the exchange. Why would nobody would want this? I have no idea. Now, I'm just sitting here, we're looking at my emails. All right. Frank, I just got your email. Is that you, Frank, right here? Look at that. Frank DiPietro, just got your email. All right, there you go. Frank, I got your email. John, I got your email. Joe, I got your email. What? Come on, you guys are filling it out. Fill it out. Do you want to basically play the game? Sergio, I just got your email. There you go. Another one's coming across. There you go. Sergio, just got your email. Thanks a lot, Sergio. All right. The thing, Eric, don't you think you need it? Matt, don't you think you need it? Because let me explain something to all of you. For $15, okay, if you can't afford $15, you can't afford to trade. You just can't afford to trade. If you can't afford to, if you want a job, all right, and the job entails you to show up and can't afford that $2.75 train ticket, you'll never have a job. It's part of doing business. That's what trading is. All right. Now, Let's talk about a couple of things really quick. I got breakouts. I want to talk about like the video broke out. I talked about that one. I did the video on that one. I showed you how it broke out on that one. I mean, these things are just like great videos. I don't want to reiterate it again, but it all has to do about having the book viewer. I mean, you could see it right there. You don't need all the sophisticated platforms that you have to subscribe to, these newsletters and TV stations, all that. The order's there. I mean, you could see here, big order, volume spike, got filled. Like one of you just asked me, how do you know if the order is going to get filled or not, or you cancel it? Well, we're going to teach you that. So now if you liked book viewer, there is something called level 4. Now, I don't want to talk about level 4 too much. I mean, I do cover it in my videos, but if you thought level 3 was pretty cool, wait till you see level 4 when we cover in our trading room. But I don't want to start confusing anybody and tell you all the great features about it, because you know what? It just kind of gets you more excited why you have to sign up at CyberTrade University and see this live in the markets. But what I could tell you is that with this, you're going to see orders, you're going to see time and sales, you're going to see algorithms, you're going to see more exchanges, you're going to see a lot of good stuff that comes along with it. And because if you like looking at it as a data, wait till you see it on a chart. A lot of people. Matt, I got yours. Wow, look at everybody's starting to fill it in now. Look, Matt, Zobi, I got yours. Laughing out loud. Can't hurt, right? You sure can't. JP, I got yours. Carl, these are all the people registering right now. Got yours too, Mike. Excellent. Keep having them coming in. All right. So, look, even they do it on Tesla. They do it on every single stock. So don't ever think about it. Oh, these are small cap stocks or whatever it is. There are plenty of other stocks out there. Yeah, Susie, I mean, regarding about level 4, I know you love it, but there are some people here, they didn't even get past level 3 yet. You know what I mean? And, and the last thing you want to do is like, oh, well, how much does that one cost? Don't worry about the money right now. That's the least of your problems. You know what the most important problem you have right now is that you're in the right place and you got a mentor who could teach you how to trade it. That's where it comes down to it. Because trading is too much of a failure rate. Now, what I want to do now is I want to invite all of you to come and register and join my trading room. And before I do that, let me tell you what separates us from everybody else in the industry. CyberTrade University is endorsed by more brokerage firms and more exchanges than any school in the industry. Now, if anyone here, before you take a training course or spend $1, it's something you should consider looking at, okay? Because these brokerage firms have the most strictest compliance departments, and they would never have somebody talk to their students or their clients if we were teaching people how to lose money, okay? So just something just for thought before you ever take the time not only to listen to somebody, but also pay someone to do it for you, okay? Also, look at their Google reviews. CyberTrade University has been around for 30 years, and we have a 5-star rating. That's unheard of, okay? Well, I'll tell you why. First of all, we don't train everybody, okay? A lot of you really don't qualify to trade, and that's okay. But I could tell you this. We'll tell you if it's for you or not. Because the thing is, there is certain things that you have to pass. Listen, this is like a job. You know what I mean? Like, how many of you went, wonder, like, damn, why didn't I get that job? Or how about some of you run a business and like, you got 50 applications. You only need 2 people. You can't hire them all. You want to hire the person who's the best for the job and is going to do the best thing. So we really take a lot of effort on compliance, customer service, everything to kind of help and make sure that you're going to be a good fit for your own safety. And people appreciate that. But before we do that, you need to see if other people are making money doing it. So how could you see more? Well, this is what I'm going to do. Make sure you follow us on and subscribe to our channel, okay? Because you'll see the videos that we post out and what makes us different than everyone else. And secondly, this is what we're going to do right now. I want to invite all of you to come to my trading room for 1 week for $9. Not 900, not 9,000, $9. Okay. And I am not going to charge you a single penny more than $9. And not only that, okay, I guarantee if you don't like it, I'll give you $9 back. The reason why I'm charging $9 for this package is because I'm looking for serious traders. First of all, there's people in here, I don't even know your name. RK, I don't know who that is. Okay, I got 3 people that emailed me, KW Investments. I don't know who you are. You know what I mean? Like, so the thing is, this is like an application fee just to let us know that you really say who you are and confirm of it. Because listen, I could do it for free. And I could have all of you guys come in there for free, but I'm not looking for free people. And I'll tell you why. If you're looking for free stuff, you're better off working for somebody else. You can go to California, get paid $20 an hour. I know at McDonald's, they raised their minimum wage. You know, you're better off doing that. When it comes to trading, the biggest scam out there today is why a ticket's free. Why are brokerage firms were charging ticket charge and they're free? I'm going to teach you why they do that, because they're trading against you. Okay. You don't want anything for free. You want a good deal. That's all you want. It's all you want. Nobody works for free. And for $9, technically, I'm really working for free. I got to pay people on my staff more money just to pick up the phone and call you than for $9. So let me tell you what you're going to get for $9. So you got the link up there. You could use your phone, scan the QR code. You could do that. Or you could just click on that link right there. Now, let me tell you everything that you're going to get for this week. You're going to get the professional trading room. You're going to see all our students that are in there, all our traders, our instructors, live commentary, everything. We do it from 9:30 to 10:30, and we do it from 2:30 to 4:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we have live audio broadcasting on what we're trading, what's moving, what's not. And you know what? You'll see how we interact with everyone, which is great. We have gurus that come on all the time. We got podcasts that are going on all the time. We do traders talk all the time. We do all these special events. And as a bonus, I'm going to do this. Amazon sells our book for $45. I'm going to give it to you for free for the $9 right now. Okay. It's a #1 bestseller. It's published by Wiley. Okay. It's endorsed by some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry. It's a fast read. Okay. People love it. It's color. It's got good charting, good everything. It's going to be my gift to you for the $9 package. So that alone just pays for itself. I know everybody likes to read books. Here's your opportunity to read one. All right. Now, another bonus I'm going to throw on top of that, because I am not done. I will personally talk to you on the phone. Think about it. Why would Fausto talk to you, Susie? Why would he talk to you, Helen? Why would he talk to you, Carter? Okay, Christopher, David? Because the thing is this. I always feel that, and I know you might not want to waste my time, but trust me, you're not wasting my time. I am looking for people I could talk to and trade, because if I could teach you how to trade, we're going to be trading together. So I got to make sure that we're a good fit, because it's going to be an interview. I have to interview you to see if this is a good fit for both of us. Okay. Because listen, you just, like some of you say it all the time. Oh, I got scammed. I want to listen, but I don't know who to trust. Well, how many of you ever spoke to the owner before? Right? How many of you actually would have known that you probably would have moved forward somebody if you knew who they were first? Okay. Well, that's the kind of conversation we're going to have. And we're going to have a great conversation. And it's going to be a lot of fun. But we'll do that probably within the 3rd, 4th day of you in the trading room, because we want you to see what's going on. And by the way, if you're not in the trading room, I don't want to talk to you, because you need to see what's going on. You're going to talk to our advisors. You're going to get these sample videos that these training videos are going to come along with it. But you're going to get all that stuff at the bat. And by the way, these are all the things that you're going to be getting. Money back guarantee. You're going to get the workshops. You're going to traders talk libraries. You're going to have a coaching class with me, all of that stuff, live commentary, all that stuff. All right. All for that $9 trade. Now, as some of you are filling this out, just to let you know, there's a couple of things that are going to happen. The first thing we're going to do when you fill out your registration is you got to let us know a little bit about you. We want to know, have you ever been trained by anybody? Do you have a brokerage account? Just like, just basic 5 questions. And then on the next page, you're going to be able to make an appointment. Every one of you are going to talk to somebody at CTU. Okay. And the purpose why we do that is because we don't want you to just go into the trading room, not know what's going on. You'd be trading blind, right? You don't want to go in there and trade blind. You're like, okay, I'm in here. What do I do? What does HOD mean? So we're going to give you the access of what traders are doing. Once again, all for $9. All right. So there you are. A couple of shout outs really quick right here. Let me see what I got here. I got a couple of people chatting back to me. All right. So Dean, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. I see people just registering right now. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. And who else we got here? Mike, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right. Now, by the way, does anyone have any questions that you want to ask? So is level 3 is $15 per month on us? Yes, Dennis. And by the way, before you buy it, what I want you to do is do this first for $9. And then here you'll see some of the videos. I'll show you how to download it before you go out there. So let me tell you, $9 is cheaper than $15. Okay. So it's an expensive cup of coffee at Starbucks. All right. I did sign up, but I never did it. Okay. So Dennis, when you go into the portal page at Cybertrade University, and let me show you what we're talking about. It's going to bring up the portal page. And when you go down here at the bottom, here's your book. And here's the access intro to Cyber Group right here. And when you click here, here's everything about getting started. Here's the trading room. Here's basically how you access the room. There's a couple of videos that you're going to see up here. How to access the book viewer and all that stuff. So all that stuff's going to be there on that screen. Okay. So do that first. Any other questions? Yeah. And Dennis, like I said, you could always talk to our education advisors here at CTU. They'd be happy to walk you through it. All right. Yeah, there you go. You could always email us at support too. A couple other people just registered. Donna, I got your registration from Ottawa. Sorry about that. Ontario. By the way, you're from Canada. 20% of our students are from Canada. Okay, so you're going to meet a lot of great people. I've been going to camp for 25 years. I didn't realize how many traders are up in Canada, which is great. Okay. Now somebody also asked me, when could I start? Well, listen, you should start right away. This is fresh in your mind. Get it done now. Get in the trading room. There's a lot of things going on. You want to see what's going to happen in the video on the split, all that good stuff. So book your appointments immediately. Get in that trading room immediately. All right. So don't waste any time there. That's what you want to look at. Now, who else we got here? Julia got your registration from New York. All right. Vivid from, was that London? Okay, got your registration. By the way, I can't believe it. There's almost 100 people in here. I would think every single one of you will register. What are you guys scared of? For $9? $9. I've just showed you why 90% of the people fail in trading. What do you have to lose? Okay, for $9. Probably the biggest thing you might lose is you might finally realize you've been trading blind. Listen, you want to see how to follow orders? You want to see how to be part of a team? Do you want to know why you've been around for over 30 years? You want to know why we've been the #1 school in the industry? Here's your chance. Okay, when it's fresh in your mind. Don't be scared, fellow traders. Okay, it's the best trade and the cheapest trade you can make. Because if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. All right. Donna says $12.98 is exchange, still a great price. And you know what? I paid $1,000 a month for that last year. When I started 30 years ago, Donna, you know what $1,000 was 30 years ago? You know what I mean? That's like paying $2,000, $3,000 inflation. And I thought it was a good deal then. Because think about it, $1,000 over the course of the year is $12,000. So this is how my mentors taught me. If I could teach you how to make $250,000, is $1,000 a lot as an expense? You're like, no, not at all. Well, then what do you think? Do you think opening up a business is free? You think those free lunches that you see are free? Somebody's paying for it, right? Somebody's paying for it. There's no such thing as free lunches. There's no such thing as a free concert. Well, there are free concerts, but I mean, listen, I'd rather go to a paid concert than a free concert. So a couple of people just registered again coming across here. Frank DePaulo from Scranton, Pennsylvania. You know, my son went to Scranton, Scranton, to the college in Scranton. So, yeah, nice little small town. Like it down there. Matt from Boulder Creek, got your registration. Welcome aboard. Brian from Ontario, London. In Ontario. Is that London City? Isn't that where the ferry is? I remember I took the ferry there. It's a beautiful, cute town right there. Really, really nice town. Frank says it's the center of the universe. It sure is, right? I used up my $9 previously. Things have changed. I'll call up and my contact Kurt. Yeah, no problem, Kurt. I mean, listen, register again. It's only another $9. Big deal. You know, go through the process of it and everything will get done to turn it back on. You know, so that's it. All right, traders, listen, I got to go. Okay. I got to get back into my trading room. There's a lot of action going on, you know, and I know a lot of you guys are going to get ready. Any last minute questions? This is your last chance. By the way, if you're watching this on a recording, you could still always register and join in. I don't know if all 20 seats can be left, but thing is, listen, you're going to talk to somebody. I only have X amount of time to spend to talk to everybody here, but I'll do the best that I can. But go out there and do it. Wayne, well, thank you very much. Always nice to be. I know we have a lot of people that are students in here like you, Wayne. So thank you very much. Mark from Fort Worth, Texas. I had a radio show in Texas. I used to go from Houston to Dallas to Fort Worth. And Mark, do they still do the Longhorns going through the streets on Friday on the Friday or Saturday? I know they had that train, that runaway train they had over there. Really, really, what a great town, Fort Worth. A lot of money in Fort Worth too. Everybody has gas down there. So I used to travel a lot. And I didn't like it after a while because after having kids and this and that, and that's why we've been doing the webinar technology. We actually been doing webinars for longer than anyone in the industry, so we have it down to a science. But sometimes I like to travel and explore, and great town there in Fort Worth. So looks like we have a lot in common. No problem, Margaret. Margaret says, "Thank you, Fausto. Always learn something each time." More than welcome, Margaret. Well, thanks for coming. Okay. All right, traders. So I gotta go. Listen, if you didn't move forward, C2, I get it. I'm not going to take it personal. It's okay. You know what? Maybe it's not the right time, not ready yet. Maybe something's up going on in your life. You know, listen, we're not going anywhere. But for everyone that did register, I could tell you this. What you learned today, I didn't even scratch the surface. When you start seeing it live in the market and you're seeing it over and over and over again, you see people like you that started like you. It's going to change your life because let me tell you, it's never too late to learn. Okay? It's like saying, oh, is it too late to go to college to be a doctor? Is it too late to be a lawyer? Is it too late to be an engineer? It's never too late. Okay. It's never too late. The stock market is not going to go out of business. Okay. When you and I die, I'll still be here. All right. But I can tell you this, you are one trade away of blowing up your account. Just one damn trade. Okay. And if you don't know, if you're on the wrong side, you could be caught holding the bag and you don't want to do that. So let's go out there and make a small investment to make it a great career. Thanks for listening, everybody. Appreciate you for listening and look forward to hopefully teach all of you. Happy trading, everyone, and trade safe.